of Apple product and different type of commercial applications and prospects in career opportunities in the domain area of Apple. So we are here with Mr. Sibu MV, who is Senior Techno Commercial Manager at Apple Business, and which belongs to Redington India Limited, Bangalore. So he's associated with Aegis also, and Solution as a Apple solution provider. He is an electrical engineer, Apple certified professional, and skilled pre-sales manager with over 20 years of experience in business development, training, and pre-sales activities of Apple and other IT product and solutions in the enterprises and education segment. So now, please, sir, I want to give the opportunity to start the session. So please, sir. Okay, over to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Thank you. Sudhir, sir, are you there in the session? Do you want to say something? Or shall I start? I think is not available. So fine, I'll start. Let me just share the screen. Keynote. Sir, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So we will start. This is about Apple in app development and Apple Authorized Training Center for Education. So today we will be covering these points here, like why mobile app development, iOS we will discuss, and we will discuss about Swift programming language, and we will try to demonstrate creation of a simple iPhone app using Swift programming language and Xcode. And we will discuss on the Swift curriculum. Then finally, we'll discuss on the latest technologies on Mac. Fine, we will start. So if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. We will try to get back to you. So we will start. So when you teach coding, you are not only teaching the language of technology, you're also teaching new ways to think and bring ideas to life. We believe every student should have the opportunity to create something that can change the world. According to the World Economic Forum, that critical thinking, creativity, analysis, active learning, leadership, social influence, and emotional intelligence are going to be critical skills for the future workforce. And we totally agree with that. And these emerging skills are at the center of the new roles that will be needed in the workplace. These new roles rely on people with new skill sets. As you're aware, many of these jobs did not exist even 10 years ago. As mobility has become a key priority in virtually every industry and sector you can think of, the need for skilled software developers has also drastically increased. As per Tech Republic, nearly 250,000 job openings for software developers will be created over the next 6 years in the US alone. And with 100% of Fortune 500 companies deploying iOS devices across their workforce, and 93% of those deploying in-house app development. App developers have never been more in demand. So today's app industry is a marketplace of innovation and creativity. It's a demonstration of the way we solve problems today that define the type of jobs for tomorrow. So in this session, we will be telling you how you can become an app developer, mobile app developer, especially in the field of iOS or Apple environment. So now even in India, as per this money control, hiring by Indian companies, Indian IT companies, touches 5-year highs. So many openings are available right now for the IT students once they come out, pass out. And if you have this kind of iOS development skill set, you will get a better job, or you can start your own business as well. You can start your own business, and you can also give employment to others. But it is not just about jobs we are discussing. It's about the essential skills students need to succeed in this new code-driven world, no matter what career they pursue. So when students learn how to code, they are learning creativity, collaboration, and problem-solving techniques. So irrespective of you're from a computer science background, or you're going to be learning computer science or information science or IT or electrical engineering or civil or mechanical or any major, doesn't matter. Coding helps you. Coding unlocks creativity as students learn new ways to approach problems and develop their ideas. Coding is often done in teams as a collaboration. Students work together to solve coding challenges, which requires them to consider multiple options and points of view. Through coding, students also develop problem-solving skills. They gain experience breaking big problems down into small parts. They need to test, debug, and try again, which help them persist through difficult challenges. The need for students to develop the knowledge and skills necessary to become the next generation of problem solvers, as well as the opportunities for them to showcase these ideas, is critical. Now, I'm talking about Apple now. With over 40 years of experience in education, Apple is committed to supporting teachers and students. And because Apple believes so deeply about the opportunities learning to code unlocks, they have designed a curriculum that enables anyone to learn, write, and teach Swift. So Swift is a programming language introduced by Apple and given it to the open source community. And we will discuss more about Swift in the coming slides. Now let us discuss about iOS. Why iOS is such a great choice for business. First of all, iOS is the world's most advanced mobile operating system that powers iPhone. Here, the hardware and software is highly integrated that allows you to create the best possible user experience. Deployment is simple and scalable and provides comprehensive management options, which means that business can deploy our devices in hundreds or thousands of numbers without the IT team touching the device. So advanced security is built in along with the protection of user privacy. We don't sell user data to others. We don't sell user data for marketing purposes. So user data could be your location, what you have done to some particular app. No, those things will not happen here in Apple. Your data is secured and privacy is ensured. And finally, this is the best platform for business. Apple takes a comprehensive approach to security, which means thinking about security at every point. From the system itself, we have system level, data level, and app level security. So this iPhone, the latest version of the operating system is iOS 14. Both hardware and software are from the same company, Apple. Software update is free and it is very simple in Apple environment. There is no complication. Just enable automatic software update. The moment you get connected to a Wi-Fi network, as and when an update or upgrade is available, you will get updated or upgraded. So that's how it works. It's very simple. Software updates are very important because software update comes with a lot of security fixes, performance improvement, and software upgrades comes with a lot of new features. Upgrades like iOS 13 to 14 is an upgrade. So when you see this, iOS 14 is not the first version of iOS that supports multiple previous generations of iPhone and iPad. So looking back over the years, you will see the same pattern of support for earlier devices. It is not the same story with other platforms. Android devices in particular cannot even get close to this level of prior device support. In practice, with other platforms, users may often end up staying with the same operating system their device originally shipped with because of the lack of compatibility and complexity of upgrades. So here, even if you have a 5-year-old iPhone or iPad, or in the case of Mac, even if you have a 7 or 8-year-old Mac, you can even upgrade to the latest version of the available operating system. So as a developer, you will be able to give the best end user experience. I would like to share a video featuring one of our customers that has transformed the way they work by going mobile with iOS. So this is SKF.
You have to have the creativity. You have to open your mind and see what's the pain point and how we can make our processes more efficient through mobility. And that is very important for a global manufacturing company like SKF.
You don't think of it, but we have bearings in almost everything. Bicycles, cars, trains, airplanes, everywhere. They're everywhere.
In SKF IT, our job is to provide value to our employees, especially in the factories, because that's our core business. The most exciting part is to take a complex process from PC to a simple mobile app. We use the combination of the backend and integration from SAP and the user experience from Apple that we never could have done before. Previously, the system was complex for the operators, but now with iPhone, it's more efficient, eliminating errors in the production channel from 20% to 0.
To see the next type of bearing you're supposed to assemble, in 30 seconds you can look it on the phone and you're on the way. As an operator, you shouldn't have to learn the whole SAP system because the app does the work for you. A single swipe or a single tap allows me to do much more than before. We have everything in here.
Innovation is to convert an idea to a product or solution that brings value to someone and makes a difference. The development of iOS apps enable us to be more mobile, more efficient, improving our processes to be the best in the market. That's innovation for me.
So here, SKF has saved 70% time on system-related process. So with the iPhone and custom apps developed, what they have done is SKF has simplified core business processes, increased employee productivity, and eliminated production errors in the channel. So that is an advantage. And now let us discuss about app economy. So we have more than 1 billion App Store users. These App Store users are people around the world. They are not only from India, global. They have registered the name, credit card information, and other details within the App Store, and they're ready to purchase an app with a single tap. So if you have a brilliant idea and you know this technology, how to develop iPhone application, you know what we are discussing now, Swift programming language and all. If you have a brilliant idea, you can create an app and put it in the App Store. Ready-made, customers are there. When customers are readily available, they will buy the product, download your application if they are interested in it, and you will get paid on a monthly basis based on the number of downloads happen. So Apple has paid more than $230 billion to the developers since the introduction of this App Store. It is huge. And this is one opportunity. Once you complete the course, if you learn this technology, Swift programming language and all, you will be able to create your own business of app development. You can develop apps for yourself with your idea. You can also develop apps for other organizations. That is one opportunity. You will also be able to give employment to others. Another thing, if you are looking for a job, quality employability is available once you complete this iOS courses, or if you have this iOS development skill sets. Now, introduction to Swift. Apple's history of introducing innovative technology has led to the development of the app economy and designing a programming language that's as easy to learn and it is powerful to use. And it's called Swift. Swift programming language was designed to make it easier to write code and put it into practice. Swift was designed by Apple engineers with educators at the drawing board, which is why it is a great tool for teaching and learning to code. It was designed in that way. And the fact that Swift is open source means anyone can contribute to the code through the developer community at swift.org. There are several apps on the App Store. We have more than 1 million apps in the App Store. And while a relatively new language, Swift now powers many of these apps that you use every day. When students learn Swift, they are building skills that apply directly to the real world today. The world built on mobility, which is driven by the app economy. Now, let me introduce you to Xcode. Xcode is an IDE, integrated developer environment from Apple. So Apple is having the entire ecosystem. We have the hardware, the Mac hardware, the iOS hardware. We have the operating system. We have the programming language, and even the SDK or even integrated developer environment is also from Apple. So you will get the ultimate flawless integration, and you will be able to give the end user the best experience. So Xcode is Apple's IDE. You will be using Xcode to build apps for products like iPhone, iPad, Apple TV, Apple Watch, and the Mac machine. So this Xcode application provides tools to manage your entire development workflow, from creating your app to testing, optimizing, and submitting it to the App Store. This Xcode application is free to download directly from the Mac App Store. So if you are a serious iPhone app developer or you are an Apple app developer, you should have a Mac machine, because this Xcode will run only on a Mac. There are other methods to do the development, through the cloud and all, but you won't be very efficient or effective as you use Xcode on a Mac. So this is how the Xcode screen looks. Left-hand side, you can see the project navigator. In the middle portion of the screen, you can see the editor area. On the right-hand side, you can see the tools, utilities or inspector area. And let me just show you a quick video on introduction of Swift by Apple.
Xcode. Now, Xcode is the tool set we use to build all applications for the Mac and iOS. And Xcode is, in fact, one of the most popular pro apps on our platform. The last version was downloaded 14 million times. It's unbelievable. Now, of course, central to Xcode is the language we use to develop our apps, Objective-C. Now, Objective-C has served us so well for 20 years. We absolutely love it. But we had to ask ourselves the question, what would it be like if we had Objective-C without the baggage of C? We did more than think about it. We have a new programming language. The language is called Swift, and it totally rules. Swift is fast, it is modern, it is designed for safety, and it enables a level of interactivity and development that you've never seen on the platform. When it comes to speed, Swift is great. Compare Python, a popular scripting language, with Objective-C when it comes to something like, let's say, complex object sort. Objective-C is a lot faster, but Swift is faster still. And take something like RC4 encryption, extremely computationally intensive. Python gets utterly crushed in this particular benchmark. But look at Swift. Now, Swift is also modern with features like closures, generics, type inference, multiple return types, and namespaces. You know how many people at home are going, what in the heck are these guys talking about? With Swift, you're able to reduce a common pattern that you might see in your Objective-C code like this and reduce it to something as simple as this. And Swift defines away large classes of common programming errors. They just aren't possible. Now, Swift is completely native to Cocoa and Cocoa Touch. It's built with the same LLVM compiler as Objective-C, using the same optimizer and auto vectorizer, and it has the same ARC memory management model and the same runtime, which means that your Swift code can fit right alongside your Objective-C and your C code in the same application.
So that was a Swift introduction. Apple has invested in their developers' success. So this Apple Developer Program provides you with a robust set of tools, compilers, languages, APIs, and SDKs. So everyone has an opportunity to create innovative apps. So to get started immediately and get access to all of this, simply register as an Apple app developer, free of cost, at developer.apple.com. So that is a link, developer.apple.com. You can register from any device, whether it is Windows or Mac or Linux, anything. You can develop, you can register and become a developer. Now we will go to the demo, creation of a simple iOS app using Xcode and Swift. Let me exit the presentation. And share the complete desktop. Yeah. So this is my desktop. What you're seeing, it's a Mac OS desktop. Bottom of the screen, you can see the dock. This is where we keep all the frequently accessed applications. Shortcut. These are all the shortcuts of my frequently accessed application. And right-hand side, you can see the folders shortcut. So for example, when I click on this downloads folder, when I click on it, it fans out. I'll be able to see all the downloaded content. And the top of the screen, you can see Apple icon. The left-hand side, when I click on about this Mac, you can see my MacBook Air details. This is an old MacBook Air, Intel processor based. All the new MacBook Air machines are M1 based. So just to show what I'm using, I am not using a very high power machine, the entry level MacBook Air. And you can see the Finder here at the top. Finder is like a Windows Explorer. You can find the files and other things within the Mac using Finder. And the moment you click on any application, for example, I'm going to click on Xcode. You can see the Finder window will change now. It has changed. The Finder menus change to Xcode because now I click on Xcode. So now I'm on Xcode. So we are going to open Xcode, go to the file and create a project. So this is the Xcode first window you're going to get. We are going to create a simple mobile app. Okay, simple iPhone app. So app I have selected. You can also create games and augmented reality apps and things like that. For this example, I'm going to select app and click on next. We're going to give a name. My first app, and Swift is already selected here. You could also use Objective-C, you can use it, but I'm going to select Swift and click on next. I need to create a folder here. On the desktop, it's already there, so we will replace that folder. Yeah, now you got this. So, I'm going to select only iPhone portrait because this app is going to run on, planning to do it only on iPhone. So select that. Left hand side, you can see the file navigator. When I click on the view controller.swift file, you can see the view controller.swift file. This is the place where we write the code. And when I click on main storyboard, you will find the user interface. It is getting loaded. Yeah, this is the UI or the storyboard. And the storyboard, you can change it, whichever device storyboard you want. I'm going to select iPhone 12 Pro Max for the storyboard. So we have done that. I need to add a button. To add a button or any component, any objects, you can click on the plus icon. So many objects are there. You can see that. So many objects. I'll just add a button for this demo. This is a button. And I can change the parameters of this button. For example, I want to change the background, the color of the button. So this is the background color. I can choose any color. I'll just select as gray. That's it. That is enough for me. Now that space is toggled off, not required. Even this space is not required. So now we have a simulator here, list of simulators. So even if you don't have a real iPhone, you can use the simulator. Simulator also, I'll select iPhone 12 Pro Max for this demo. And now I'll go to the editor tab and click on assistant. So I will be able to see both the windows like this main storyboard and this view controller.swift file and the main storyboard. I think where is my, yeah. Yeah, here it is. So we will start write the code now. Before writing the code, I need to make a connection between this button and the code. To do that, control click and drag a line between these two brackets and give a name to this button, maybe button 1, and click on connect. So the connection is made now between this button and the code. Now we'll start writing the code by writing 5 or 6 lines. We will make an application. First line, var color is green equals. So this color is green is my identifier in this example. So I'll come down here to write the second line. If color is green, you can see the autocomplete feature is helping me to write the code. View dot background color equals UI color dot. I'll select a color now. System purple is a color. Okay. Now the third line is, or maybe color is green equals false. Now it'll come down here, else view dot background color equals UI color. I'm going to select another color now. It is green, or rather system green I'll select. Final last line is color is green equals true. I think with that we have done the coding. 5-6 lines you have written, and the coding is done. There are no errors actually. And I'm going to click on this play button so that it will run the code. Play button is at the top left corner. So you can see the status of this app, building my first app at the top. You can see that. And simulator should appear now once you complete the building of this app. Yeah, see the simulator is open. I think simulator gone to the other window. So I'll just, you can have multiple windows on a Mac like this. Swipe up with 4 fingers on the trackpad. You can have, up to 16 desktops by keep on clicking like this. Yeah, here it is. We're waiting for the button to appear. App is open. So this is the simulator. Yeah, there's a button. So I'm going to click on that button now. You can see the first click, the color has changed to green, or what you call that system green. Second click, it will change to purple or system purple. So keep clicking, the color keep changing. So that is the app which is supposed to do. So we have created a simple mobile app using Xcode and Swift programming language. So this color will try to change it. For example, this color, instead of purple, I'll select orange. Let us see now. I'm going to run the code again. So it will replace that application. Please keep a watch here. This simulator. See now, click again, green and orange. Now it has changed to orange. So in this way, you can keep on, adding features and create very powerful apps also. This is a very simple app we have created. In less than maybe 5 minutes, I have created this. So this is very easy, to learn and teach programming using Swift and Xcode. So I'm going to close this. So that was a demo. So let me share my presentation again. 1 minute. This is. I think it's not allowing me. Yeah, here it is. So that was a demo. Now we will go to the Swift curriculum. This develop in Swift curriculum from Apple. These are digital books available free of cost for anyone to download from the Apple bookstore on any Apple device, including Mac, iPad, and iPhone. So these are all multi-touch books. These are books having text, video, audio, interactive images, and quizzes. All these books are free to download. Anyone can download and use it. So this curriculum is available. Even teacher guides are available. So this higher education curriculum pathway helps future app developers, like students like you, build skills at every step of app development process. So the first one is Develop in Swift Explorations. So in this course, this is designed to help students learn key computing concepts, building a solid foundation in programming with Swift. And the second one is Fundamentals. In this course, you will build fundamental iOS app development skills with Swift programming language. And we will also master the core concepts and practices that Swift programmers use every day, and build a basic fluency in Xcode's source and UI editors. So by completion of this course, you will be able to create iOS apps that sticks to standard practices. And third one is data collections. In this course, students will expand their knowledge and skills they have developed in fundamentals by extending their work in iOS app development and creating more complex and more capable labs. So that is a set of courses available or the curriculum. So now we will discuss about Apple Authorized Training Center for Education, or ATCE. So an Apple Authorized Training Center for Education is a facility authorized by Apple to deliver Apple certified training classes to students and faculty using Apple certified trainers. So the curriculum is anyway available for anyone to download for Swift programming language. So why to become an ATCE? What are the benefits? So some of the benefits, I'll read it out. I'll tell you now. First of all, Apple recognizes those colleges that commit and invest in teaching Apple technology to their students. So you can use Apple's proven app development with Swift content curriculum and take your IT programs to the next level by offering high quality training. So you can offer Swift coding training. You can also offer other courses like FCP, Final Cut Pro. So the filmmakers use, like Bollywood and Hollywood filmmakers, they use Final Cut Pro from Apple as a default standard of movie editing, and Logic Pro for audio related sound for sound. So you can even learn those technologies and get certified from ATCE. And college can offer students internationally valid certification on Swift through Certiport. So students no need to go outside to get certified. Qualifying students can get certified within the college itself. And Apple will be providing training to your teachers to upskill them before they attend a train the trainer class with Apple. So ATCs also benefit from a range of marketing materials supplied by Apple, and you will get recognized. So these are some of the benefits. And these are the requirements. I think your college is already having ATC, so I'll skip all this. So the requirement and certified trainer certification will look like this. And for students, the industry recognized certification, internationally valid certification, I was talking about, that will look something like this. So this is certification, but if you have an app development skill set, if your app is already there, any of your app is already there in the App Store, you can also showcase, you can send the link of that app to the person who takes your interview. So that will add more value, that is a proof, actually, you know how to develop the app. So now we'll go to the next session. As I mentioned earlier, if you want to be an effective app developer on Apple environment, you need to have a Mac machine. So let us see what are the Mac. These are all the Mac models available. We have Mac Mini, MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, and the bigger ones at the backside, that is called iMac, all-in-one computers. So all these machines are powered by Apple's Mac OS Big Sur operating system, Unix-based operating system, along with so many other productivity and creativity tools built in. And this is where we download the Xcode from the Mac App Store and run it. And Mac supports teaching and learning all of the major programming languages and top mobile app development tools, making it an ideal device even for learning computer science. In fact, you can run even any operating system on a Mac. Mac is the most compatible computer in the world. By default, it comes with Mac OS. You can also run Windows on it. You can also run Linux on it. There are various methods to do that. So if you have a Mac lab, that Mac lab can also be used as a 3-in-1 lab. Mac is there. You can run Windows. You can also run Linux-based curriculums. So that is another point I would like to tell you. Mac is the most compatible computer in the world. No other computer in the world can claim that they can run all the operating system. So this is one advantage. And I would like to tell you about only one model of machine, that is MacBook Air. This is the most loved machine by teachers and students. This is a thin and light notebook. Now let me tell you the new MacBook Air powered by M1 chip. M1 chip is Apple's revolutionary technology. the first chip designed specifically for the Mac. It delivers incredible performance, custom technologies, and revolutionary power efficiency. So M1 features the world's fastest CPU core in low power silicon, the world's best CPU performance per watt, the world's fastest integrated graphics in a personal computer, and breakthrough machine learning performance with Apple's neural engine. So M1 features an 8-core CPU, up to an 8-core GPU, and a 16-core neural engine. This 16-core neural engine is used for machine learning, and it offers incredible power efficiency. There are machines that can give you up to 20 hours of battery backup on a single charge. That is MacBook Pro 13-inch with M1, and MacBook Air can give you even 18 hours of battery backup. So these technologies, for example, on a MacBook Air, the combination of technologies gives you will get 3.5 times faster CPU performance compared to the previous generation, which means that you can export videos at unheard of speed, and you can compile code way faster. You can see the Xcode will run 3.6 times faster compared to the previous MacBook Air, and so on. And graphics performance gets a huge boost over the previous generation at up to 5 times faster. So better graphics performance means, it can handle full quality multi-stream 4K video playback in real time. It can tackle massive image processing. You can play games very effectively because of the fluid frame rate and higher fidelity than ever before you will get on this. You can also develop games. And now let us discuss about the neural engine. The dedicated 16-core neural engine, the M1 chip, turns MacBook Air into a machine learning powerhouse. So this neural engine can compute a staggering 11 trillion operations per second. In fact, machine learning performance is up to 9 times faster compared to the previous MacBook Air. So what is the benefit of machine learning? Apps and features that use machine learning for tasks like voice recognition, image processing, video analysis can run now faster and smarter than ever before. And you can use MLKit for creating your machine learning based application. Now, with groundbreaking efficiency of M1, the new MacBook Air will completely redefine what a thin and light notebook can do. This new machine, compared with the latest model of best-selling PC notebook purchased by the business in the same price range, MacBook Air with M1 offers up to 2 times faster Excel performance, that is Microsoft Excel, and up to 50 times faster web application responsiveness, and up to 2 times faster browser graphics performance. And the battery life, it can give you 18 hours of video playback. So battery life is awesome. And if you're doing Zoom calls, compared to the PC, it can give you 2 times longer Zoom calls on a single charge. So this is some of the benefits of the M1 chip on a MacBook Air. And operating system is preloaded, as I mentioned. Even if you have an older MacBook, maybe 2013 model MacBook also, you can upgrade to the latest version of macOS Big Sur. So that is another benefit. Longevity of a device, your investment is protected. So there is no additional license cost or subscription cost on macOS Big Sur. And if you talk about the application support, there are a category of apps called universal apps. For customers with M1 machine, this universal apps is made for M1, but that will run on M1 as well as Intel-based Mac. We have some models of Mac machine powered by Intel. So universal apps can take full advantage of M1. Universal apps are the fastest, most powerful apps you can get. In some cases, for existing apps, some of the apps that have not upgraded to universal Mac OS Big Sur brings an amazing technology called Rosetta 2. So this Rosetta 2 is part of the Mac operating system that seamlessly runs apps built for Intel-based Mac models, even on a M1 machine. And another thing is, M1 shares a common architecture with A series chips in iPhone and iPad. So for the first time, Mac users can run their favorite iPhone and iPad apps directly on a Mac with M1. So that is a huge benefit. We have 1 million apps available for iPhone and iPad. Those applications are also available on the Mac App Store with on a Mac with the M1 without any modification. So these are some of the benefits. And this is our final slide for today. These are the MacBook Air features and benefits. So it's an instant on device and offers 18 hours of battery life, and it is the best device for remote learning and teaching, ideal device for learning to code. Ultimately, it offers greater longevity and higher residual value. Your investment is protected. You can use it for 5, 6, or 7 years. Even if you try to sell this device after 4 years, you will get a better resale value compared to any other brand in the world. And yeah, with that, that is the end of the slide. If you have any questions, you can ask. Fine, I could not see any questions. So thanks for participating. So over to Sudhir sir. I think Sudhir sir is not there. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Shibu sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I, Rahul Patel, on behalf of SEEE and Team CHETNA, would like to thank our special guest, Mr. Shibu Ambi, Senior Techno Commercial Manager, Apple Business, Reddington, India, Bangalore, for accepting our invitation and find out time for his busy schedule to grace the occasion. My sincere thanks to Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Upinder Garg, for his constant motivation to us. I would like also to thank Dr. Anand Rajawat, Professor and Director at CIIT, for their support and guidance to organize this webinar series. I would also thank Mr. Sudhir Kapatni, sir, Apple Solution Provider, Ajit Infotech Private Limited, for this valuable time. I thank all the participants for attending this webinar. I am sure they will enhance their knowledge of Apple iOS application development business. Last but not the least, my sincere thanks to all the team members of CHETNA and Mr. Vijay Prakash, who would work tirelessly and make this event possible. Thank you everyone. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Alok, sir. Alok, sir.
रोहित वर्मा, हाँ सर कर दीजिए.
Okay, sir. Okay.